BWOne here from BWOne, and I want to talk about the new iPad Pro announced and already comparing it to the pretty much its direct competitor, what they made this directly compete against, which is the Surface Pro 3 and even the Surface 3. It's very interesting where this is sort of sliding in here. I'm not quite sure on the whole thing. But let's first talk about the iPad Pro. This is pretty much the iPad that I think a lot of Pro iPad users were asking for. It's coming with a 12.9-inch display that has a unique 2732 by 2048 resolution. I think I got that right. If not, correct me in the comments. But it has that resolution. It's Retina display, really vibrant, sharp. Things look really good. You can check out some of the video of them kind of watching videos and movies. It's very stunning and very immersive from what it looks like. I haven't had it in person yet to fully give that judgment on that just yet. But it comes with that, and what Apple really touted was the processing power inside of it, and one of the things that it can do. It's going to come with an A9X processor. They didn't mention the amount of RAM, but I think it's at least going to have 2 GB in it. And they really touted everything it can do in terms of taking advantage of iOS 9, and they showed some 3D modeling it can kind of do. It shows some Adobe Photoshop work. They even brought Microsoft out and showed their and showed the Office apps. They showed multitasking and split screening on it as well too, and sort of really the power of the iPad Pro and what this can do to sort of take advantage of things there with it. Also comes with an 8-megapixel camera. It's going to come with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and LTE. There's going to be an LTE version as well too. And it comes with pretty much everything you expect in a typical iPad, but there's a couple of unique things that the iPad Pro offers, and that's in the accessory part. Now, one of the things, it finally offers a stylus, or the Apple Pencil. So the Apple Pencil is supposed to be a much more accurate and very dynamic and very fine-tuned sort of stylus that really, for graphic designers and artists, is really going to work well, and really, you know, if you draw, it's really going to be very precise and very fine-tuned. They showed some videos of people using that, and it looked pretty good. Hopefully it works the way it's kind of showing. It said you can use the pen and your finger kind of at the same time if you want to as well too. It looks pretty good from what I'm seeing so far. So basically, that's what the pen's gonna kind of do. It's supposed to be sort of that next step up. They really focus on graphic designers with that. They also have a keyboard cover that they're going to be also offering as well too. You'll be able to plug that right into the lightning, plugs in right into the lightning port, and you'll be able to have a full keyboard and kind of type on it. And the OS will be able to tell between when you have the keyboard plugged in or we need to use the keyboard versus using the virtual keyboard on the screen as well too. So those are both two accessories that are coming with it. Now, they're coming out in November, and the interesting thing of this is really the price. So the iPad Pro starts off at a $799 price tag for the 32GB model. And it kind of goes up a little bit for the 64GB, up all the way up to about the Wi-Fi and LTE 128GB version, which is $1,079. Now, this does not include the Apple Apple Pencil rather, and the keyboard cover. Doesn't include that. The keyboard cover is going to go for $169, and the pencil is going to go for $99, separate accessories. And when you look at all that and compare it to really what it's competing against, which is the Surface Pro 3 and the Surface 3, it's almost priced itself out in a very, very weird way, because granted, you have the A9X processor, which is probably a pretty powerful processor inside of it, running iOS, which is a very smartphone, tablet-centric operating system, versus the Surface Pro 3, which is running an Intel Core i3, i5, i7 processor with 4 to 8 GB RAM options. You have the Surface 3, which runs an Intel Atom quad-core processor with 4 GB options in it as well too. And those are running full versions of Windows versus running a smartphone, tablet-centric operating system. Obviously, different use cases out there for different people, but when you really compare it versus the price range, you're really paying a premium for that iPad Pro. And if you're really looking to be productive and really have a no-limit experience, the Surface 3 right now on paper is really looking a whole lot better. And considering the Surfaces all have USB ports to add additional accessories, they all have micro SD card slots as well too to add additional storage. And then you can obviously get the keyboard covers, and you can get the pen as well too, the stylus as well too, to kind of add along with the Surface Pen to add along with it as well too. It's a interesting thing Apple's kind of doing here. Definitely check out a Surface 3 versus Surface Pro 3 video if you haven't seen that yet. We kind of compare the two so you can get an idea of the difference between those and how the iPad Pro. We actually have a comparison table. The link will be in the description where we compare the iPad Pro to the other two there so you can kind of get an idea, a simple idea of kind of what you're getting between differences here. But right now, obviously we haven't tested the iPad Pro just yet, but right now, if I was to make that decision, just looking base alone, it's really Surface. Like it's almost a no-brainer to go direct to the Surface because granted, it's all about software and all about applications, and maybe Apple can pull those things off, but realistically, it is smartphone, tablet, iOS operating system versus Windows 10. Full-blown operating system with tablet and desktop functionality. You get the compatibility of both. Share your thoughts on this, how you think the iPad Pro is going to do. Do you think it's worth? Do you think Apple priced this right? I really think the next time we see this, they're really going to finally make a MacBook that's sort of a Surface-like MacBook. But post your comments below. Let me know what you guys think on this. And like I said, I'm just a little perplexed by the whole thing, but share your thoughts. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition.